I have to admire the chemistry these two has as friends already, and I only started this series like a couple days ago. Akira and Kensho are great. These two guys are dudes who are just trying to survive the zombie apocalypse that just started in their world, but they're making sure that this apocalypse doesn't stop them from ending their goals that they have or their list that needs to get done before they turn infected or dead. Oh yeah, it's a real list. The relationship these two have is almost like the relationship you would have with your best bro that you game with online. It's like you guys decided to hop online and play some Dead Island to fool around and have some fun. Seriously, I love how it's portrayed in the show. Instead of being fearful for every moment and being terrified about what's gonna happen next in their future, they end up just playing video games on a rooftop, cooking delicious meals, and just talking shit to each other like two bros should. They also drink some beer naked with each other, but we ain't gonna get into that shit right now. The main character, Akira, has a bucket list of things he wants to do before he dies. He's aiming for 100 things on the list and is adding to it as he goes along in this apocalypse. Before the apocalypse, he was a miserable and depressed person due to a demanding job that consumed his life and left no room for enjoyment. Well, this apocalypse starts and he becomes the happiest motherfucker ever. Maybe even happier than me when I first saw Luffy punch that celestial dragon in One Piece. It all begins for Akira when he randomly calls his old friend Kensho, who he hasn't spoken to in some time due to a fight they had. Their past jobs caused a rift between Akira and Kensho. Akira was envious of Kensho's seemingly perfect job, while Kensho secretly hated it and pretended to enjoy it for appearance's sake, so they drift apart for a little bit. So when Akira calls him, he discovers that Kensho is trapped and surrounded by zombies, on the verge of starving to death with no means of escape. Despite a previous falling out and not having spoken to each other for a while, Akira reaches out and that leads to their reunion in dire circumstances. Fast forward a little bit, Akira saves him and helps Kensho realize his true dreams of wanting to be a comedian, and Kensho jumps off a building naked. You're gonna have to watch the series if you want to know why the hell he would do that. Even among the zombie-filled chaos, Akira and Kensho's relationship is rekindled. So, I'm telling you, man, if you have a friend out there that you dropped over some stupid shit and you know it was some stupid shit, go pick up that phone. There's some adventures waiting you too. It's never too late. These two together are hilarious, I'm telling you, and they better not be split up anytime soon. They just work so well together. I seriously thought Kensho was going to be dead by the first episode he arrived. I thought he would be bit by a zombie or he would fall to his death when he jumped off that roof, but nope, the motherfucker makes it and manages to strip his clothes entirely in midair as he jumps. Like, what is this series? The bromance doesn't end yet, and I don't expect it to end anytime soon. But in the latest episode of this series, which is episode 4 at the time of me recording this video, Akira and Kensho embark on an adventure to acquire a flat screen TV. It's literally another thing that Akira had on his list, and you know, they have to go by the list, they have to complete everything, so now it's time to get that TV. They set off on their bike, and along the way they encounter flight attendants and another dude who was secretly bit but didn't tell anyone, and they're all trapped inside a store surrounded by zombies. Despite the situation, they make the most of it. Not only do they embrace their optimistic nature, but they also have the opportunity to check off wine and dine with flight attendants from their bucket list, leading to great excitement from the two, because what are the odds to run into something so specific from their list? During their time together, Kensho gets lucky with one of the flight attendants. Akira tries to seek the same fate but doesn't get so lucky as his friend, but he does get the comfort of one of the other girls after trying to recover from snorting a whole bottle of tequila in an attempt to impress all the girls there. So at this point, everyone's having a good time, or a somewhat good time, and their enjoyment is halted when that infected guy bites one of the flight attendants. This was disappointing, since for once, the characters had secured enough food and water to keep themselves alive for a while. Like, this is literally the beginning of an apocalypse, and they're trapped in a store that literally sells all this shit. And how many times have I said literally? But there's always that one jackass who ruins everything by not telling anyone about their bite. The episode left me furious. I desperately wanted everyone to survive, but every flight attendant died. Like, we couldn't have one stay alive, just one? Akira's tears added to the heartbreak, and the show took a sad turn, becoming the first real sorrowful episode. Akira had a conversation about dreams that deeply affected him, inspiring him to reflect on his childhood dreams, and he added that as a thing to do on his list, remember his childhood dreams. Despite the gloomy atmosphere at this point in the episode, a glimmer of hope emerges when Kensho stumbles across a flat screen in the store that they originally set out for. And he's like, hey man, I found it. We gotta go. Let's head out. Like, just like that. And everything is all good again that fast. They managed to escape their newly infected zombie friends, finding exactly what they had been searching for, and with that, they ride off into the sunset. This series is wonderful, and I'm tempted to read the manga. I'm just waiting to see more from Akira and Kensho. Despite the presence of zombies, they seem to live life as if the apocalypse doesn't exist, fully enjoying their lives in what others would call a hopeless world. Akira and Kensho really are fortunate to have each other during this chaotic time, and their partnership adds an extra thrill to the journey. Now I'm just waiting for them to get a cool, iconic weapon and start doing tag team moves on zombies like they're in a Dying Light video game. Akira is already parkouring, so we're close enough. And it'd be a crime not to mention the show has a zombie who farts rainbows. I laughed looking at this simply because of how this caught me so off guard. I need more funny anime like Zom 100 in my life. Thank you for watching the video, guys. If you guys liked the video, please make sure you hit the like button, sub, comment, all that good stuff. And if you're new to the channel, I'm gonna be doing a lot more giveaways. I already have one on my channel, and trust me, there's more coming. I'll see you guys in the next one.